Well, Steelseries, you finally did it. Mostly. Before we dive in, I will let you know that this video is not sponsored by Steelseries in any way. They were not part of making this video at all, and they did not hand me the headset or anything like that. So, with all that being said, let's talk about the Steelseries Arctis Pro Nova Wireless. Arctis Nova Pro Wireless. This thing. So in the high-end wireless gaming headset space, there have been really two brands duking it out when it comes to headsets that you can use with an audio interface, such as the Go XLR. Sure, there are a lot of other wireless gaming headsets in the high end, but as someone who uses audio interfaces, there have really been two options only for me. And that is Astro with their A50 lineup and all the generations with that, and Steelseries with their something something Pro Wireless something series. Now, I've used both, and my choice has been clear for some time. While the battery swapping features of the Steelseries headsets have been absolutely fantastic, the audio quality and the comfortability has always been extremely lacking in my experience, and that is why I've gone with the Astros so far. But I'm glad to say, no more. Now, like I said, I'd sworn off Steelseries wireless stuff for the longest time, but as a friend of mine got the new Arctis Nova Pros and told me that I could try them out if I wanted to, I decided why not. It was probably time to see if Steelseries finally got their act together. And boy, did they. So first of all, when you first hold the headset, you can notice that there is no metal. It is pure plastic, but it is really high quality plastic in most places. So the headset itself feels very sturdy and very premium quality. It is also relatively light, maybe not as light as you might think since it's only plastic, but still pretty light. With the headband, you can notice that Steelseries has finally gotten rid of that ski band design and have gone for something more of a hybrid design this time. So with their hybrid design, most of the adjustment is now done like a normal headphone would. There are no notches in this adjustment, which I would have liked. So getting them to be exact the way that you want is a bit more difficult than it probably should be. If you need to adjust the ski band, which is still there, it's in a different form, you have a couple of different slots that you can place it into depending on how much pressure you want on the top of your head. In terms of design on the whole headset, it is a very minimal, sleek, gunmetal black design. It's a very good look. And there's no RGB anywhere, which I can appreciate. The faux leather cushions are nice and soft, and they work really well to block outside noises and give that bass a bit of a more emphasis. They can get quite warm, though I did not find that to be an issue for me at any point. And that is with hours upon hours of wear. Inside the ear cups with the 40mm drivers are these little nubs for the A and C. Now, if you don't notice them, you don't notice them and the headset will fit you just fine. But even if it touches your ear a little, the headset can get really uncomfortable really fast. So if it touches you, might want to readjust. The clamp force on the side of the head is a bit stronger than before, and it even led to one time where it felt a bit uncomfortable. But that was only one time. Most of the time it was just fine. So your mileage may vary. If you have a big head, definitely be aware of that. And it's quite surprising that even with that clamp force, the headset is a bit more loose than you might expect. So I definitely wouldn't go moshing to your favorite heavy metal song wearing this thing. So overall, I did like the feel of the headset. Most of the time I was able to go for hours upon hours using it with no issues. But there are a couple of things that might affect your experience, so I can see it being a problem for some. In terms of interface, most of this stuff has been placed on the left ear cup, as is usual. Starting from the bottom, you have your 3.5mm jack that you can use if you want to use the headset wired. Then you have your retractable boom mic which I'll get into more later. From there you have your volume wheel. Now this is notched, but the material could have been more rubbery. I did find a couple of times when I was trying to make the volume go higher or lower that my finger just ended up slipping. It's a minor thing, but still it can get annoying if it happens too often. Then you have your mic, mute, unmute button, and your power button. Now there is no gyro like the A50s, so when you do set these headphones down, if you have audio playing, that battery will just continue running out. Now there is an auto off feature, but that requires no audio to be present in the headset, so it's just a feature that I miss, okay? Once you pop the cover off on the left ear cup, you will have your USB-C charging port. Now this is something that you can use if both of your batteries are out of juice somehow and you find yourself in a position that you have to charge the headset. But the port is a bit awkward since it's facing straight out. I would have liked it to be straight down or something like that, but that's just me. On the right ear cup, you have a single button, which is your Bluetooth on or off. One thing to note here is that the Bluetooth and your 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection are powered separately. So if you have the headset connected to your phone and your PC and you're gaming, listening to music on your phone, for example, and you choose to stop playing, you're gonna need to turn the headset off from the power button and the Bluetooth off separately from the Bluetooth button. So, why? I can see the use, but it's still quite weird. And under the right ear cup, you have your battery. Now this is the single best thing about the SteelSeries headsets. The fact that you can hot swap your batteries and always have one charged. This will keep you from ever running out of battery if you're just, playing games at home and you have access to your base station. The battery life is around 16 to 20 hours in a single charge, but the batteries in the base station take about 3 hours to charge, so that is how you can get virtually unlimited battery life. So if you want to do a month-long stream and you want to wear your headset for that whole time, you can, and never run out of battery. I don't understand how this is not a standard yet. So the comfort is good, the build quality is relatively solid, and the interface is mostly good with a few asterisks. Now how about the other really important thing? Performance. Oh, I can't tell you how good it feels to say that SteelSeries has actually knocked it out of the park where it comes to audio quality in terms of gaming headsets. Unlike before, the Nova Pros actually have proper bass and the capabilities to go even beyond that. The mids and the high mids are extremely clear, so that will help you with your FPS footsteps and all of that stuff. And the presence of a proper bass will give you stellar performance in all of your single player adventures as well. Or watching movies, listening to music, whatever you want to do, this headset can do really, really well. For the sound customization, SteelSeries does push you really hard into their SteelSeries GG app. You have your EQ in your base station, and you can adjust that same EQ in their app, but they want you to use Sonar. And if you use Sonar, you lose the ability to use the EQ on the base station, but you can still use it in the app. I feel like there was a lot more that could have been done in terms of integrating the software of this headset into Sonar. But I digress. Luckily, Sonar is very, very good, and I've done a whole video about that software, which you can find in one of the corners. I'll link it in the description so you can check out my video about Sonar. This being literally the headset it was optimized for and around, you just know that the performance is going to be stellar when you use it with the Nova Pro wireless. But like I mentioned around the integration itself, if you want to customize the settings on the headset itself, you're going to have to go through the Engine tab and do the customization there. Don't tweak the EQ though, because you can do that in Sonar. unless you're using this on consoles, then you of course don't have Sonar yet. And you have to use the base station. It gets weird. And I feel like I said, I really feel like this could have been optimized more. But with the good, there comes the inevitable downside that has plagued these headsets for the longest time. And that is the microphone. I don't know what Astro's and SteelSeries' problem with microphones on their headset is. I mean, here, just listen for yourself. So this is what the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro wireless headset microphone sounds like. And would you pay $350 for a microphone that sounds like this? Yeah. Yeah, so if you were hoping that with this headset you would get what you paid for in terms of microphone quality, that's not happening. Even with Sonar's adjustments, it still sounds bad. It just does. And there are plenty of other headsets with better microphones than this, and they all cost less. The headset also has ANC, and while it works well to block out any static, white noise like your PC fans or an air conditioning unit, it will not be able to do low rumble of like a bus or more of your out in the world type of sounds. It's a nice to have, but I wouldn't consider it a selling point. Now the big reason why the SteelSeries and the Astro headsets are the ones to compare is the base station. And with this base station, SteelSeries is now leaving Astro completely in the dust for now, since this base station can be plugged into any console, PC, whatever you want without issue, and you don't sacrifice anything. So this works straight out of the box with the PS5, and if you get the Xbox version, also Xbox Series X. That's why you probably should get the Xbox version even if you want it for a PlayStation 5. Since that one works with both, the PlayStation 5 version works with everything but Xbox. And there's no visual difference. Weird stuff. On the base station, you have two USB-C ports for whatever device you want to connect it to, whether it's your PC and a PS5, and you can switch between them seamlessly. Besides that, you have a line in and a line out port, which is essential for it to be used with an audio interface. And like I said, if you plug in the base station into a PS5, console, whatever, you don't have to sacrifice your EQ. You can still do full 10-band EQ adjustments on the base station even while it's connected to a console. And not only that, the Nova Pro Wireless supports PlayStation 3D, Tempest Audio, and Microsoft Spatial Sound. So you can get everything that your console has to offer in terms of audio with this headset. The interface on the base station is very simple, but it has some annoying features. If you try to use the big wheel on the front, which is your navigation button and your select button, the knob is very sensitive, and you might easily skip the one that you were supposed to go to. To go back, you need to press the small touch button on the front. And the base station, the headset makes a very loud beep every time you go back. And you can't adjust that volume at all. Why? What? Why? But if you're sitting on the couch and you don't want to walk over to the base station, you can adjust all of those settings from the headset. So if you press down on the volume wheel, you can access the same settings. And since the screen is very big and clear, it's easy to do all of those adjustments from a distance from your headset. Very, very smart. Back on the features, like I mentioned, the headset supports 2.4 GHz connection to the base station and Bluetooth connection simultaneously. So you can have your headset connected to your PC for your gaming and then possibly connected to your phone for music or if you're expecting a call. One thing to note is that the Bluetooth connection has a static noise to it and little signal beeps. So if you're sensitive to that sound, that might make the Bluetooth unusable for you, as it did for me. Now, of course, with the minimal design of the headset, the ability to connect it to your phone via Bluetooth, ANC, and the fact that the microphone sits flush with the headset when it's retracted, you might think that this will replace your Bluetooth headphones for when you're out and about. I would say that that's a pretty hard sell, because like I said, the ANC does not work on your more common traffic sounds. So that leaves the ANC out. The microphone, while retractable and sitting nicely flush, if you take a call like that, the caller will hear themselves and barely hear you. So this is the Steelseries Arctis Nova Pro wireless headset's microphone when it is completely retracted. Now, consider that this is on the same exact audio level as the previous recording was. Then add to that the inability for the microphone to block out outside noises and the caller hearing themselves while they're talking. So that's a pretty rough situation. So that's a no-no, and if you want to have a call with the headset, you're gonna have to pull that mic out, and now you do you, but I would not be comfortable using it that way. With all of that, I would say that the headset is best left for your gaming needs. Oh, by the way, if you're liking the video, make sure to scroll down and click the like button and leave a comment telling me what is your go-to gaming headset at the moment. If you don't want to tell me, you can just say hi in the comments for that YouTube engagement and to please the YouTube algorithm. Okay? Thanks. I appreciate it. Overall, I feel like Steelseries has now really left Astro in the dust. Since the audio quality has gotten so much better and the ability to straight up use it with the newest consoles, this isn't even a question for people with a PS5 or a Series X. Between those two, get the Steelseries. Now, while it's not the perfect headset, I would say that this is a big step up for Steelseries. But you do want to know the caveats on the various things. Little quirks, little nitpicks, but those quirks become more significant when you consider that this is a $350 gaming headset. That is more expensive than any gaming headset on the market right now. That is very expensive for a gaming headset in general. It isn't cheap, but it is the most versatile gaming headset on the market right now. Now, if you're interested in getting the headset for yourself, I will leave a link in the description below. That will be an Amazon affiliate link, so that will straight up support the channel, so thank you. But what do you guys think of the headset? Is it worth it for you? What are the best features? What do you think in general? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, the like and subscribe button are right there. Just saying. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you all next time. Okay? Bye-bye.